Hi, welcome to another edition of From My Indian Kitchen to Yours. I'm from the state of Tamil Nadu in India, and in Tamil Nadu the culinary repertoire broadly falls into three categories: the vegetables. One is the kottu. Kottu is the gourd that's usually cooked with lentils. Varuval is the roast, like potato roast. And then poriyal is vegetables that are like beans and cabbage that are chopped into small pieces, and then we use coconut to finish it off. Do check out my broccoli poriyal that I uploaded a few months back. So today what I'm going to be sharing with you is a papaya and parsley kottu. Papaya is both a fruit and a vegetable, and allowed in the vegetable form because the papain, which is a proteolytic enzyme, is got a lot of good properties. What this enzyme, papain enzyme, does is it breaks down the proteins into smaller fragments of proteins into peptides and amino acids, which apparently is good for a digestion. But I have known papain, or the papaya, to be used to tenderize meat. Some of these chefs actually use the papaya paste to tenderize even tough meat before they cook it. So I have been using this a lot lately in my cooking. So today I wanted to share with you my creation, which is a papaya and a parsley kottu. So let's see what it takes to make a kottu. I introduced the papaya already. Half a medium-sized onions finely chopped, 4 to 5 green chilies, and a piece of ginger that will be finely chopped as well. Curry leaves. Parsley. This is an herb that I've been using a lot in my cooking lately. It is in the cilantro family, yet it is a herb that's not commonly used in Indian cooking, but I love it for its nutty flavor. It's not as strong as other herbs like sage, thyme, basil, tarragon, yet it blends very well with Indian flavors. And these are the other ingredients that will be used for tempering: with coconut oil, 1.5 tablespoons of black mustard seeds, 1.5 tablespoons of urad dal, 1.5 tablespoons of whole cumin, 1 teaspoon of asafoetida, and 3/4 cup of moong dal, which I will soak and then cook ahead of time. It's your preference. You can completely mush it up or just keep it grainy. 4 to 5 tablespoons of freshly grated coconuts. The pan is hot and it's time to add the coconut oil, around 2 to 3 tablespoons. And remember, the coconut oil has a very quick smoking point, so you want to be ready with all the ingredients by your side. The oil is hot enough to take the tempering ingredients. Start with the black mustard seeds. You can hear it pop. Add the urad dal and fry it for a little while till it's lightly brown. Make sure you don't let it burn. In goes the asafoetida, followed by whole cumin. Green chilies, chopped ginger, and curry leaves go next.
and keep browning and moving it around. Oh, just the smell of all of this tempering ingredients, and when onion is added to it, just brings back memories of my mother. I practically feel that she's standing next to me. My mom had 4 sisters, and all 5 sisters were amazing cooks. And they loved cooking. Those days they didn't have YouTube or emails, but yet they would share recipes with each other using that yellow postcard. I don't know if you remember it. This was the deal. My cousin Revati reminded me that my aunt from Bangalore would send a recipe to 6 people. And those 6 people who received the recipe then had to write their own recipe and send it to 6 more people. So they kept this chain going, and they would organize all the postcards that they received in a dabba or a box. That was so interesting to watch how the recipes were shared with each other those days. On that note, I'll add a tablespoon of turmeric and salt, so the moisture stops the ingredients from burning too much. Sadly, my mom and my aunts are no more, but to continue this tradition of sharing recipes, my cousins Jayashree, Revati, Malati, Tarani, Kanchana and myself started a new tradition. Whenever I go to Chennai, we would meet in somebody's house for a potluck, and each one would bring a new dish that they tried out, and then we would share the recipe, just to keep our moms in mind and to honor the tradition. You saw me drop the papayas, which are cut into small cubes. Papaya is firm, so keep it small if you want it to cook faster. So after frying the papaya together with the other ingredients, time to add some moisture. I actually saved some water from cooking the lentils, and that's what I added to the papaya. And a little bit more water. Move it around to give it a good mix, and put the lid on to give it the required steam that the papaya needs to really cook and become mushy. The papaya is mostly cooked now, and the way to test it is to press on it, and if it crushes, then you know it's cooked, and time to add the parsley, which is not going to take very long to cook because it's like cilantro. Give it a little bit of toss, and then add the lentils, which I cooked ahead of time. And I prefer to keep it a little bit grainy rather than make it fully mushy. It's just the way I like it. Give it a good mix, and close the lid again to let the steam bring it all together. The final ingredient that brings the kuttu together is that freshly grated coconut. Papaya is a great vegetable, and parsley is such a wonderful herb. When you combine them both together to make kuttu, believe me, you cannot go wrong. I really hope you would give it a try. Simmer for a few more minutes, and let's not forget the cilantro at the end. There is the final version of my papaya and parsley kuttu.
Well, I hope you will give papaya a chance in your cooking. Do try the papaya and parsley kuttu. Do like and share my video, and I'd love to see your comments in the comment section in the channel. Thank you very much for your time. This is Rajshri.